Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. So today is going to be, I'm going to try to keep it a short video. Not really going to be about model railroading. Uh, we are going to talk about the huge news that Trains released today about the donations from Union Pacific of the Challenger 3985, the DD40AX, or the DDAX A40X, sorry, 6936, and the I believe it's a 210 25511, plus some other equipment. Um, Crazy news. As you guys know, I am a huge Union Pacific fan. Um, huge UP fan. I've been a fan of Union Pacific my whole life. Uh, Turn a little lamp on here. Oh, that's not the lamp. That's just wipe stuff. So, as you guys have seen in the past, I'm a huge UP fan. Got a lot of Union Pacific equipment. Uh, of course, all the famous stuff, passenger cars and stuff like that. Huge UP fan my whole life. So this news kind of comes to me with some mixed feelings. Um, I I kind of expected the 3985 never to run again. I knew it had a cracked crown sheet, which is a um, pretty large fix. And with them pouring all the money into 4014, I kind of figured 3985 wasn't going to happen anymore. Um, so I'm not super. I'm upset, but I'm not terribly upset about that one being donated because I knew it, underneath the Union Pacific it wasn't going to see the rails again, and um, so yeah, I'm heartbroken because that locomotive has been underneath the Class One ownership for a really long time, even after it was donated. I mean, or when it was put on display by the station in Cheyenne, uh, it was there. It was still there. It was still by the yard, and then they got it back and got it running, and such a cool thing. And um, now that it won't be underneath the ownership of UP, that's saddening. Um, but what's kind of interesting, or what I find interesting in myself right now, is the sadder loss is the fact that they won't own the famous 6936 anymore. I love this locomotive, and I've been a huge fan of the DDs. Of course, you guys can see I have a handful of them. This one in particular was always so cool to see the times that it ran with 844, and the times that it ran with the E units. And I was so hopeful to see that locomotive running with 4014. And I was really hoping they were going to do that, to have like the two, just to do that, two biggest locomotives out there together. And it just sucks because we're never going to see that now. And I was just so hopeful to see 6936 and 4014 running together. And it's just all a dream now, and nothing I can do about it. So, uh, the other equipment, some of their passenger equipment, I was kind of surprised to hear about. Some of their business cars that were pretty famous in the fleet are leaving the fleet. I think I heard they kind of one of their unrestored EB units is going. Not heartbroken about that because clearly it was not running. I am interested to see what they do with their E units that they are not donating. These beautiful, beautiful locomotives. It's slightly hopeful, and at the same time a little concerning that those aren't being donated. I'm a little on the fence about that because it's like, okay, what is their plan with those? Are they going to put them on display somewhere? Are they going to donate those to somebody else? Or are they going to run them with something at some point? Because absolutely love to see the E units back out on a passenger train, even if it's not behind a steam locomotive. I loved the times when 844 was down and all they used was those E units to pull some of the passenger trains. Um, so I hope it's a good thing that they didn't donate those, and that they're going to keep them on the roster and do something with them at some point, and not just donate them to somebody else or put them on display somewhere else and they never run again. But like I said, it's mixed feelings for me. The 3985 was always a huge favorite of mine. I got to see that pull the Ringling Brothers train back when that was still a thing, and all the video footage of it pulling the American President's Lines stack train, that is ingrained in my memory forever, because that was just one of the coolest things ever to see a lone steam locomotive pulling a fairly long stack train back in the day. And it is sad that that one's leaving, but on the flip side of that, they have full intentions of restoring that to operating condition, which is exciting. I am very excited for the day that we get to see 3985 back out on the tracks, and it is kind of a nod towards Union Pacific, donating that to the right people, because they knew, just with how funding is nowadays, and even with the pushback of the 4014 tour, which really sucks, but it's all understandable, and at least they're being realistic and saying, hey, instead of just letting this rot in the roundhouse forever, let's go ahead and donate it and somebody else can get it running. It's just sad that it won't be running underneath Union Pacific ownership. Uh, so that's just kind of my view on everything, guys. If any of you on the channel are huge UP fans, let me know what you think. Let me know in the comments what your opinions are on everything. Like I said, I'm kind of mixed. It's like, yeah, it's cool that the 5511, especially the 5511, that's been sitting idle for a super long time. So that'll be really neat to see that back up and going. But I am excited to see those two steam locomotives back up and going. I know it's going to be years. It's going to be years. We're going to have to be patient. And I don't know what their plans are. I would imagine they would do 3985 first, or maybe they're going to do both of them at the same time. I have no clue. But it will be cool to see those up and going. But man, I am going to miss seeing the 6936 on Union Pacific trains. And so yeah, like I said, very mixed feelings. Some of it's cool, some of it's kind of sad and kind of sucks for some of us, like really hardcore UP people that just we were like just holding on to this little thread, like, oh, it's still in the roundhouse, they still got the stuff, they can do it, maybe someday, maybe it's like freaking 30 years, 40 years from now, somebody finally grabs it out of the roundhouse, restores it. Well, that ain't gonna happen, so it's going to somebody else. We gotta accept that and hope for the best with everything. Now, I am glad that they are, not just completely leaving their Steam program behind, because that would have completely shattered me to have no more 844. And as cool as the 4014 is, I would have been pretty tore up about the 844. 844 is she's the living legend. I mean, never been retired from its original Class 1 owner. I mean, it's been a workhorse. Even when it wasn't running freights, it was still doing ice melting in a yard in Iowa, and it was always such a workhorse. And all the times it's been restored, and some of the big work that's gone on into it. I remember quite a few years ago when they replaced the crown sheet in that one. So I was always kind of hopeful once the crown sheet issue crept up on 3985 that they'd be able to fix that. But 4014 coming along really changed their plans. So I am glad that they're at least acknowledging that, hey, you can't let 844 go, because that's just their staple. And of course 4014 is their brand new baby, so they're not going to let that go. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. The one thing I am kind of excited for in all this is the equipment move. I really hope people in that region of the U.S. here can get that stuff on camera and get it on YouTube, because even when it was around the same time 4014 was moved, 4018 got moved from Dallas to Frisco, and that was kind of cool to watch that. That was about the same time as 4014 was going on, so we kind of had two big boys that were on the move there pretty close to each other. But anyway, I'm rambling. So yeah, if anyone is a UP fan on my channel, comment and let me know what your feelings are on the situation. Are you 100% for it? Are you 100% against it? Or are you like me and you're kind of 50-50 on everything? So that's it for the video, guys. Like I said, please let me know what you think. I'd love to have some discussions with you guys in the comments. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Until next time, take care.